I was not expecting this to be a story time, but it's gonna be a story time today. So much stuff happened back to back that I'm like gagged, okay? And it's a full moon, period. Okay, so let me just try to give you the background, only because, you know, I like to eat a lot, so it's gonna be difficult for me to like eat and tell you everything that happened. So let me just give you like the background story. So first of all, everything that I'm saying is for entertainment and educational purposes. I'm not sitting over here promoting anything. So I'm just gonna say Instagram content. You understand what I'm saying? Instagram content for Instagram. We don't do nothing, you know, crazy. We don't promote none of that stuff. Instagram content. So anyway, if you have been on my Instagram, you know that something was accidentally posted I had no business posting. And it really happened on accident. You know what I'm saying? I'm just so grateful that I still have my stuff, you know, in my accounts and stuff, you know, all of that. Knock on wood. So I've been looking for a partner so that I could collab with. So we're just gonna say collab, right? Because we're not promoting nothing crazy on here. No shade. This is you know, family and friends video. So I was like, okay, I want to do a collab with somebody because y'all know I've been wanting to do content more often and do more like a collabing with people, because I feel like a lot of when I do my content on different social media platforms, basically a lot of people was like, okay, how come you're not collabing with nobody? We just keep seeing you, and you know, we enjoy seeing you, but we want a collab, you know, you with somebody else. So I'm like, okay, cool, not a problem. So I'm like, okay, let's do a collab and stuff, but there's nobody out here. So I decided to download Tinder. That's where I f***ed up first. So I decided to download Tinder because I was like, I wonder if I could find somebody that's going to be, you know, that goes along with what I feel like some of the people that's asking for the collabs, you know, would enjoy. So I do just that, African American, you know, and I feel like we've spoken in the past, we've seen each other in the past, so doing a collab was like, not a problem. You want to do a collab? Let's do it. So we set up a time and date. Everything was fine, right? First of all, he comes in smelling loud. I don't smoke. Y'all know I don't smoke. I don't condone that on this channel. And there's going to be a lot of disclaimers because we got to keep our videos monetized. We got to keep our videos PG-13 at most. He come over and I'm like, okay, cool. Let's do the collab. First of all, he acts slow. He act like he don't even know how to come up. So I buzz him into the apartment and he's like, the elevator's not working. I'm like, cool, take the stairs. He calls me on FaceTime, walks past the stairs. To mind you, the lobby is right next to the staircase. And I don't need people in my business. You know what I'm saying? If I'm having guests over, if I'm having friends over, I'm just not a big fan of that because you already know how people be very wishy-washy with me. So I don't need to be giving nobody no excuse to try to point me out or pick me out or choose me out or whatever. Long story short, he's yelling in the lobby, hey, where's the staircase? I can't find it. You need me to come up, right? I can't find it. Like, just talking loud. And I think at this point, he's a little like, hi. And he's not ugly. Like, he's attractive. So I'm like, damn, like, why you gotta be so cute and stupid? He comes upstairs and he looks cuter in person. He looks more attractive in person. And we do the collab or whatever, but this is where things kind of mess up. He comes in the afternoon. It's like close to being 60 degrees outside. He comes in talking about something, he's cold. So in the midst of the collab, you know, for Instagram, he starts talking about some, oh no, you know, I can't really do anything right now. It's too cold right now. Oh my goodness. And I'm like, oh my God. And to mind you, we already got like a good couple of nice content videos for Instagram. Yeah, he's like, oh, can you turn the heater on? I'm like, it's almost 60 degrees. What do you mean turn the heat on? Like, no. So, no shade. I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes when Jessica has her moments, we just gonna say, Jessica, you had a moment. You was being a little airheaded. Because he probably should have been out of your apartment a long time ago. But I'm not gonna front. He was fine. He was fine. African-American, chocolate, nice body. And I'm not going to get into specific, but he had abs. He had a nice, like, he played soccer. That's all I'm going to say. So he has a nice shelf. You understand what I'm saying? Come on, follow me now. This is just going to be the background, and I'm probably going to finish the more details when I start getting my pizza. apartment still smells like weed. This is a shame. Let me open up these windows a little bit more. Let me turn the fan on. So he's complaining about it being cold. At that point, I should have just been like, you know what? Thank you so much. We got the videos. Keep it moving. But we got the videos, but I didn't get the video. I didn't get the angle. I didn't get the video that I wanted. Even though I got the video that I feel like it's going to be very successful. I'm not going to front. Mostly it was because of me and how I look. You know, no shade. I looked really good, you know, in any of the videos and all the videos that we took. So anyway... So I'm taking some of our collab videos through Instagram, right? Y'all never gonna believe what I did by accident. And I never thought it would be me that would do some stupid stuff like this. I ended up posting one of the videos on Instagram, on my Instagram story, and it was up for over like 20 minutes. I said, no. You lying to me. Now, if y'all know anything about me and my Instagram, I'm trying to like get to a point where I can start promoting big brands on my Instagram, you know? And let me tell y'all a little bit. Let me sit down real quick. Hold on. DiGiorno pizza, stuffed crust, red lobster, cheddar bay biscuits, and cheddar bay biscuit shrimp. I didn't even know they had this. And we got some ranch from Wingstop. Okay, so we're gonna be making this. Let me sit it down and then we're gonna go downstairs and we can tell the story. And I don't know what this girl is. I had to follow her back on Instagram for telling me, but she was like, sis, I don't think you meant to post that video on Instagram. And girl, I go ahead and check it and I'm like, no, you did not. No, you did not just do that. And I don't know what happened. I must have been moving so fast. I must have pressed the wrong button at the wrong moment. But long story short, that video went up for about a good 20 minutes. And I realized it and I'm trying to keep my cool. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, we're going to do another collab video, like real quick. Because for me, like when I do collabs for Instagram, my biggest thing is I try to make sure that I get as many videos as I can so that I can post it on Instagram. Because, you know, sometimes when you go ahead and post certain things and certain videos, you want to make sure the angle is good at every given moment. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you're going to be, you know, don't shade. You want to make sure the angle's good or whatever. You know, follow me here. All right, please, somebody follow me. If you following, let me know in the comments. I'm following Jess. It's going to be a couple moments, like I said in this video, where you're going to be like, Jess, what was you thinking? You was acting up. But, okay, so can I tell you, I'm the type of person where when I have a goal in my mind, I've been through, you know, life to the point where when I'm focused on something, anything could jump in the way. I could get irritated. The person could irritate me, but I'm so focused on the goal that I'm like, no matter what, I have to make sure I get as many videos or I get as much content as I possibly can for Instagram, of course. So I'm like sitting there and he's sitting there and he's like, hey, you know, I usually get a little bit more, like, you know, when I have some wine. And I'm like, okay, cool. Not a problem. I got some wine, some sweet wine. I really don't like the wine. So you could just have a little bit. Don't drink all of it because I like to always keep a couple bottles of wine in the house for my guests that come over. And as far as I was concerned, he was doing a collab for me and he was attractive for free. So I'm trying to kind of keep my cool, keep my composure. But then he starts asking me about, well, how much money do you make? You know, how much? And I'm like, don't ask me those type of questions and stuff. So he started irritating me with that. And then he kept wanting to put the heat on because he kept saying that he was cold. So we have a little bit of wine. See, the thing is about YouTube, I don't know what I can and cannot say. And I don't want to like say the wrong thing. But so at this point, you know, he was an attractive guy for educational purposes. We give a little kiss or whatever and everything is going nice. But then at this point, he's talking about he just want to relax. He just want to lay down. And I'm like, no, we're not laying down. Absolutely not. We making a video. Like we got to film for Instagram. So we try to and we do it. But the whole thing is we could only do it for certain takes. Because then it's like, oh, he's hot. Or all of a sudden, it's almost like I feel like his body was shutting down or something. But then also he's high. Everything not really, you know, it's not going, like it's not. but he's so in awe of my beauty. And a lot of men, they be so surprised because they see like my figure through photos or videos, but when they come up close, they get so surprised by how curvy I am, if that makes sense. Like, I always tell y'all, my body is good on camera, but in person, everything looks bigger. If you understand what I'm saying. Like, I'm more curvy, especially in the back area. So, some of them, they get a little intimidated with that. And it was a weird thing because he was like, personally, I'm not gonna lie, at this point, did I want him to go? No, I did not want him to go. Was I trying my hardest to keep him, like have him stay? No, I wasn't. But the thing is, I didn't have an awful time with him. So, no shade, we might just eat together. And I'm gonna try my hardest to tell little bits and pieces. I don't know if parts of the story time is gonna make sense because it's things that you just can't say on YouTube. And this account, I work too hard for it, so I'm just gonna try to see if I can add some bits and pieces up on here while I'm eating my food, and let's see what happens. But let's get to cooking. All right, so let's go. Hey y'all, it's Jessica Star. Welcome to MTV Cribs. Recycle, y'all. Recycle. Oil in my hair. So I'm gonna leave this in for like a good 20 minutes. I'm gonna try to stay down here because my biggest fear is cooking something downstairs and suddenly the fire alarms go off, because one time the fire alarms went off and I think it went off on the entire building. Everybody evacuated, and the most embarrassing thing was the firefighters came and they was like, "Who lives on the 4th floor?" I said, thank goodness I don't. But anyway, so, and it was so embarrassing. Everybody was looking and like, oh my God. But anyway, to get to the story, so we took a shower together. He's like, oh my God, I need the water to be hot. Why is it that he moves the water to the blue? You stupid. What is you doing? Then he drops the soap. Then the soap falls out of the bathtub. And then he picks it up off the floor and tries to wash me with it. Bitch, you got me fucked up. I said, we're done. I don't think I'm gonna be able to have like a full story time about it, just because I want to respect the guidelines. But it was just a mess. But I definitely enjoyed him as a person. But I don't know. I was looking in the mirror and I'm like, girl, you need to do better. But the pics are very slim out here in Seattle. Like if I was in Houston, if I was in Texas, if I was like, I hate when people be like, you know, like, you gotta really up the type of guys that you talk to and things like that. But when y'all out here in Seattle, you, like, it's only the people that's from out here or the people that live here, they know how slim the pickings are. And that's the reason why I really don't do any collabs with people, because a lot of people out here is just not collab worthy, if I'm being honest. And, you know, I kind of gave him a couple of passes because I'm like, okay, cool. I got my guy, and you know, because I've been trying to find like a film partner for so long, and I need it for my collab career. You know, people that really prosper are the ones that do the most collabs, and that's where I am. I'm like, I want to do collabs, and then on top of that, I've always wanted to do collabs with people. Like, I love the camera. In any given type of situation or any type of thing that we do, I just love the cameras. Not only for acting, not only for filming, YouTube video, but everything. You know, not only for Instagram, but literally everything. So I've been wanting to do a collab for so long. So that's kind of the reason why I did put up with a lot of the stuff that I put up with. He wasn't disrespectful. He wasn't rude. Then he's like, this is what pissed me off. He tries to give me a massage. Then all of a sudden I feel a sharp ass elbow go right into my spine. And this is what he doing. I said, I know you motherfucking lying. I can't wait for this food to be done because I'm hungry. No shade. Hi, how are you? I'm good. I was talking to my friend real quick. What you been up to? I haven't seen you in a while.
Yeah, I just walked up the side, so that's why.
Oh, okay, I haven't. You still be on a rooftop? Oh, okay, I haven't seen you in a little bit.
I didn't see you. I have used Snapchat.
Yeah.
I didn't see you on Snapchat. You didn't use it.
No, I'm mostly on Instagram.
So what's Instagram?
I'm gonna give it to you. Hold on.
I think you moved somewhere else.
Me? No, I thought you just stopped working here. I was like, where did you go? How do you do that?
What you making about videos?
I'm making a cooking video. I'm cooking. I'm making some pizza.
Just show me your partner last time.
Huh?
You know, show me your partner last time.
I got you follow me. You'll follow me back.
But I guess I think so. Where I didn't see you partner.
What do you want to go? I said, what do you want to go?
Right now?
I'm cooking.
Why you not like what?
No.
No, yeah, I'm here.
You're here.
Yeah, just text me on Instagram.
I'll follow you back.
Yeah, don't forget.
Okay, I'm not gonna forget. So yeah, basically, like, the guy, like, he was pretty cool, but I was kind of like just shocked because I was like, I was over here in my head about the Instagram video accidentally being put up. That's one of the security guys. I was looking good. So what else happened? Oh yeah, we get into the shower and I'm so irritated because at this point, then he's like, let's watch a movie. Now, I'm not gonna front. If it was me a year ago or 2 years ago and they was like, let's watch a movie and all of this stuff, I would have been like, yeah, let's put a movie. Oh my God, this is so cute. I am so past that phase. I'm like, once we do what we need to do, let's keep it moving. I went to the security guy that was like, he wants to come over. As of recently, first of all, I feel like my face is really feminizing much more. And then I feel like when it comes to how I move, I feel like when it comes to how I go about my life now and how I operate and, you know, internally and externally, I'm becoming softer and more feminine. And thank you so much to my spirit team. Thank you so much. I'm very grateful. I feel like the more that has been happening, I've been having more situations where a lot of men don't know I'm trans. And I had another situation where I was talking to a guy. He was like, yeah, you trans? I didn't know you was trans. And I told him, and basically he was just like, oh, that's not a problem, but I just can't fuck with it. And that this similar thing happened to with the YN. So I don't know. I'm just, you know, back in the day, it would be like, you know, they know, you know, so you really don't gotta say it. But as of recently, I've been having to I've been having to just actually say it. And I feel like you should be saying it anyway. You know, I've always heard that you should always be responsible in that way. I just felt like, you know, when you kind of start off and you really don't got to tell people, people just know. It's like, okay, cool, I don't got to really say anything. But for a couple of situations, I've been having to like say it and tell people. And if I don't, then they don't know until it's too late. Like they don't know until like the last minute. And that kind of throws everything off because I'm like, well, damn, you know, we was, you know, I thought we was going to be a little bit something more, but it is what it is. So that's been happening. But ever since that, I don't know if I've been a little bit more hesitant to hang out with guys, you know, and I love hanging out with guys. Like, y'all know Jessica, obviously, but you know, Jessica love men. Let's just say that. I love men. Like, I love men. I love the masculinity, especially the ones that have the nice bodies, like, all of that. So, yeah. Oh, and another thing that pissed me off is because he's like, yeah, you know, we can hang out next weekend too and stuff. And the first thing that I look for when it comes to, like, hanging out with guys, especially guys that, like, I'm attracted to, and they're, you know, attracted to me, is what are you bringing me? Are you bringing wine? Are you bringing flowers? Are you taking me out for drinks? Are you taking me out for dinner? Are you taking me out for lunch? And that's just like for the entry. So he's like, yeah, I could come over. I'm like, okay, cool. But next time you come, you need to bring something. You need to bring a couple bottles of wine. And he's like, okay, yeah, of course. What type of wine do you like? I like Pinot Grigio. That's what I said. I like Pinot Grigio. And he's like, oh, okay, cool. Can I get it from QFC? You know what I want? I want a guy that I can hang out with outside, you know. And then my grandmother and I got into it. Oh my God, we got into it yesterday. So I don't know if y'all know, but I'm very close with my grandmother, or at least I felt like we were close throughout my life. Because she's like been the only one that really like allowed me to be fully me, and that really meant a lot to me. To me, that's more than enough. Some people take that for granted, but when you are in a family that really tries to stop you from being you, when you find that one family member and it's your grandmother, and she just really she spoils you, she treats you well, she does all of this, you know, you kind of have this love for her, but then this attachment to her. And one of the things that I've been having with her is she slips up sometimes. So I don't talk to my family, and she'll talk in third person. So she will say, yeah, I was thinking about you, and I said to myself, yeah, he must be. And I had to catch her, and I've been having to kind of get her together for like the last year. And she does good 50-50. Sometimes if she talks too fast and stuff like that, she'll kind of slip up. And it's really because she still talks to the people I don't talk to, like my father, my mother, all of them on that side of the family. And being the fact that, you know, they don't really know how I'm living my life right now, she feels like she has to kind of mold how she talks about me in reference to my older version of myself to them, because that's the only version of myself that they know, because they don't know Jessica, and Jessica doesn't want to know them, no shade. But so anyway, what's been going on with me and her is, when I talk to her now, you know, when you talk to somebody and you automatically feel like you become the version that they're used to. I feel like that with her on and off, you know. Like, that's why when they say when you level up, you really just have to kind of leave the older people behind, or the people that knew your older self behind, because it's like there's an energy there that kind of brings that, you know, it kind of like brings that energy in. And I feel like that's kind of what I feel on and off when I'm talking to her. But then I have to remind myself I'm a grown woman. You know, I can't lose that. I can't forget that, you know, we're talking to her. But anyway, so her and I, we almost got into it because I went out with a couple of guy friends, and they're all gay, but they're not. So like 4 of them weren't my friends. I invited one of them for happy hour, and he was like, hey, can I bring a friend for the happy hour? And I'm like, cool, yeah, we could do that. You know, the more the merrier. Because how I think about it, my rule is, if you ever hang out with somebody and they ask to bring other people, I'm not a stickler, you know, bring as many people as you want. I really don't care because I like to meet new people. So that doesn't bother me. I'm not really one of those like, oh no, and this needs to be us. That's not really in my makeup, at least not at this point in my life, because I love to meet new people. And I feel like I need to meet new people. But it was all a bunch of gay guys that were, I don't like to feel like when I'm in a conversation, I have to speed talk. I have to, you know, even though during the moment it's a good time, I feel like that's too much masculine energy for me. And when I get out of it, I'm like, I don't like that feeling. I want to be in an area where there's a lot of softness and femininity, like women, you know. It was just a whole bunch of men. So anyway, I tell my grandmother about it, and she's like, you know what you need to do? And I'm like, yeah. She's like, well, I think you took something from that. And she was like, you know, I think there's a reason to it. And I told her, I'm like, yeah, I feel like it's the reason to it. Well, for me, the reason was when I went there, I know, you know, that that's not my type of crowd, and I had to experience it. And she's going to say, yeah, but not only that, but you got a chance to see that, you know, you wasn't really vibing, and sometimes it takes that moment for you to realize, like, this is not my cup of tea anymore, for you to realize, like, how you evolved. And I'm like, girl, you just said the same thing I just said. So what do you mean you saying not only that? I don't like when people do that. When you say something, people are like, not only that, but, and then they repeat the same thing that you just said. Girl, I just said that. You just said what I said in a different font. So anyway, she irritated me with that. And then she was like, but that's not it. You also have to have girlfriends. You gotta get some good girlfriends. And I don't like when I'm talking to somebody about my life, and they try to make it seem like it's just an easy solution to it. Because she says, yeah, you gotta get some girlfriends. And I'm like, I'm trying. There are no good girlfriends out here. She gonna tell me to cut it out. She's like, you're not the only girl that's out there. You can meet all these other people. And I'm like, I tried. You know, the last situation with the last girl that people keep asking me about, that didn't, you know, really go far, because, you know, after we hung out, genuinely speaking, and I don't want to speak for nobody, I'm not going to speak for her, but I genuinely feel like when that YN came and he paid for our meal, I think that really made her feel a type of way. I'm not gonna lie. And then not only that, it was one time I was walking with her and another girl, you know, all good girls hanging out. I'm having my life. I'm enjoying it. And I'm thinking to myself, I got some good girlfriends. Some lady, she comes and she stops and she's like, oh my God, you're so beautiful, talking about me. She's like, yeah, y'all pretty too. But you're beautiful. And she says to them, make sure you protect this girl like your life depends on it. And she said that, and she kept saying that. And I think that rubbed them the wrong way. I really feel like that rubbed them the wrong way, because I think this lady just told these girls to protect me with their life, basically. And I think she's like, I just feel your spirit. And I think she was Christian, I don't know, because she was like, God bless, but she's like, I feel your spirit. And you know how these people are out here, they're gonna try to tear you down. And she said to them, she's like, no matter what y'all do, protect this woman with your life. So that happened. I think that kind of rubbed her the wrong way the more she thought about it, because at that point I'm like, okay, you know, we still cool. Then her and I, we hung out again when we went to the nail salon. And that's when I recorded and I put it on here. Everything was cool. That was the same day the YN came and paid for our meal. I could tell she was kind of thrown off by me telling her that he was going to be coming, because he was trying to hang out with me all day. But I told him, like, I'm hanging out with my girlfriend. He was like, okay, cool, because I'm just trying to take you to brunch, but I could come by real quick. And I said, you know what? I said to her, I said, I want him to come by just so he could pay for our meal and he could keep it moving. He paid for our meal and he kept it moving. And he even dropped her off at the bus stop. But ever since then, she hasn't really texted me. I would try to text her and be like, hey girl, whatever. She wouldn't respond until like 6-7 hours later. Like, you could just tell she was falling back from me. And I didn't want to be that one, because like not too long ago, she was saying that she wanted to be my friend. And you know, it made me feel some type of way, because I'm like, well, damn, I didn't do anything wrong. Like, I was actually feeling good hanging out with her. Like, I really felt like I found a good girlfriend, so that kind of bothered me. But then we were supposed to hang out, and actually the day that I ended up meeting Michael, the wealthy guy that I had a story time about, her and we made plans, and then like 30 minutes I met her at her job and we talked about it, and then like 30 minutes later she canceled. She said it was for personal issues, so I didn't really push it, you know, and I didn't really want to get no attitude with her. But I just felt it in my spirit, like she not really fucking with me like that. And then I don't know if she saw a video, because I know I think she subscribed to me. And I think she saw a video of me being like, well, I'm happy she, you know, canceled or whatever, because then I met this new guy or whatever. So then like a couple of days later, after I posted that video with me telling the story time about how I met that guy, I go to the coffee shop and I see her kind of like, which is because the coffee shop is next to her job and stuff, and I see her kind of like fixing up and stuff like that, and she comes outside right next to the coffee shop with her headphones in, kind of like, and I look, and she like, you could kind of tell she's trying not to look at me, like she's like, you know, she's fixing the chairs in front of her place, in front of her workplace, and I could just feel the vibes, like she's not really fucking with me like that. So that's the reason why I said that her and I don't talk. There's no beef, we didn't have no argument. I just felt like she was falling back from me after a couple of situations. So that's where that is. I haven't texted her, she hasn't texted me, and it's cool. I feel like I'm too old to be having any beef, and then we didn't even get a chance to really know each other that well for there to be any type of situation. So that's the reason why I didn't want to talk too much about it on it, because it really wasn't no story time to tell. So then that happened. But then when my grandmother was like, she was like, yeah, there are girls out there. I'm like, I've been trying. You know, I've been trying. I think for her, and I told her the reason why. I'm like, every time when I hang out with girls, I feel like there's just this animosity or some type of jealousy or what. And she was like, well, it's gonna be like that everywhere. I'm like, well, all right, I'm not complaining about it. I'm just letting you know, like, you know what it is. So her and I, we go back and forth about it. She tries to continue on with the conversation, you know, as if we're gonna sit here and talk. And then the more she started to talk, I just realized, I'm like, I'm practicing divine femininity, and there is nothing divinely feminine about what you're saying to me and what I'm saying to you. And you know when something clicks and you just realize, damn, I thought you was gonna come with me, you know, to the top. Or I thought you was gonna come to me. I thought you was gonna come with me and be with me during this journey and stuff. And you start to realize that certain people just don't have that. Like you begin to feel like the frequency starts to depart. And that's how I felt, you know, during that moment with her. I just felt like, damn, I really thought she was gonna be with me during my rise, and I just don't feel like that anymore. I want to be around strong women, and I just didn't feel that from her. Or being divinely feminine, I just didn't feel that from her. So it was just a mess. So that's what happened. But yeah, so yeah. But But I'm happy that I got the video. I'm happy that we got the videos. I definitely got my video that I wanted. So I am grateful that the guy did come today. And I think that's part of the reason why I didn't want to be rude and be like, okay, it's time to go. Because I was enjoying his company a little bit. Kind of. I don't know.
I mean, it's all right, like.
But I worked out today and I'm proud of myself. Now I'm waiting for my food to be cooked so we can eat and just chill, you know? Because today was a long... You know, somebody commented on one of my videos and she was like, I love listening to you talk after a long day. And no shade, I don't know. I hope everything that I say in this video like makes sense. I feel like I kind of went all over the place, but I might have not, you know. I'm gonna have to edit this video to tell. I'm trying to gather my thoughts and I'm trying to tell y'all all of the things that happen in like chronological form, you know. But let me just tell you this. You would be surprised by how submissive a lot of these masculine men can be. Because he ended up being very submissive. He was very submissive. Like, no shade. And I think that's one of the things I did appreciate about him. I just think that he just... I don't know. I think a lot of moments he froze up. And I wasn't blaming him because obviously when you collab for Instagram, not everybody is going to be as comfortable in front of the camera as you are. So, to me, the vibes were cool. I didn't have any he didn't have any negative vibes, so that was good. He wasn't rude. But after a while, I started to feel like he was asking for too much. He was like, "Hey, you got any toothpaste and stuff?" And then he's like, I got a corn dog. Can I use your microwave?" I'm like, hold up now. Hold on. I know you done helped me out with the collab and stuff, and I appreciate that. And I'm grateful because, you know, some people be like, well, you know, am I going to get the money or whatever? So I was kind of happy that he wasn't really like that. Even though he was asking me how he could like start his own type of stuff and create his own stuff. And I'm like, honestly, just create it. Oh, I ended up going to Walgreens and I had my hormone shot today. I got a face mask. I got a hydrated mask. Wait, let's see that. Let's check the pizza. What's taking this so long to cook? Damn, it's taking this long for this to cook? What's going on? Oh, shit. Oh, this look good, don't it? We're gonna tear this pizza up. This smells really, 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 really good. All right, let's turn this up a little bit. 500. Okay, real quick, we're gonna bring this food upstairs because I forgot I still have the shrimp just sitting on the counter. So we're gonna bring this up. We're gonna check up on King. We're gonna take him outside one more time because I feel like my baby missed me. You know, I feel like I haven't had enough time with my baby today. So let me see if I can just take him out real quick while we wait for the food to cook. You ready to go outside? Come on, let's go. He's so happy. He's so excited. That's my baby. You just know when you're in the elevator with somebody that doesn't like you. Because there's this man in the building, and I'm not going to describe him, but he's like, you know, a black man. And you know when they don't really mess with you. When you see them, you're like, hey, good morning, or how you doing to everybody else, but then every time they see you, they always do this. Somebody said in my last YouTube video, or the video before the last one, she was like, this reminds me of old YouTube. And I'm like, yes, that's what it's supposed to do. Like, no shade. I remember YouTube, like vloggers, when they would just record, and I used to love Trisha Paytas for that. Like, she would just sit the camera down and it would be like literally like an hour and a half of just like her life. Like she didn't really edit too much. She just kind of like was just her. And when she went out, she kind of took us because you know when you have that YouTuber and they try to film their day and they vlog, they cut a lot. Like they'll be like, hey guys, cut, they're somewhere different. Hey guys, cut, then they're somewhere different. For me, and I did that a lot, but as of now, I want y'all to be here with me. You know what I'm saying? Like I want you guys to live in this moment with me. So that's why I try not to cut a lot of stuff out. In this video, I might have a lot of stuff cut up and stuff, because, you know, in the beginning of the video, I was trying to watch what I said. And then throughout the rest of the video, I was trying to make sure I was telling y'all like the real true stories in chronological order. But anyway, we are on the rooftop. Hi. King, go use the bathroom, boo, because you haven't been out. Well, you have been outside a lot today, but you haven't been out. Well, I just took you out 30 minutes ago, so I don't know. Maybe you don't got to use the bathroom. But go ahead and poop, boo. Because I kind of want to, once I finish eating, I already got in the shower and stuff with the guy turning the water to hot, cold, cold, hot. For me, I know when I'm aggravated with somebody when I start talking in like my New York accent, and I hear it. You know, when people hear my accent, I don't really hear it. I hear it when I say water. But when I was talking to him, I just heard my accent coming out. Like I was like, turn the water off, or like move your hand and stuff like that. Like no shade. That's one thing I realized about me. Once I get irritated, that's when my accent really be coming out, and it gets real thick on my soul. No shade. So listen, I got a couple face masks we're gonna do tonight. And guess what we're watching tonight? We're watching The Craft.
What the?
Surprise.
Sarah?
You're a witch! They were right.
They usually are.
We are the weirdos, mister.
We got vanilla oat milk, avocado banana milk, and avocado banana. Now, y'all, my skin can be a little sensitive, but I definitely wanted something that was going to be nourishing and something that was going to be hydrating. So that's why I wanted to get the nourishing vanilla oat milk. I'm a little nervous because where it says avocado, banana milk, and all of that stuff, I'm like, listen, I don't know about that avocado stuff and stuff, and the bananas and on my face and all of that. But I don't know. It says hydrating plant-based milk mask. So I'm gonna take my makeup off after I finish eating. And we are, I gotta do the, I gotta finish my laundry. You know, I had to clean some sheets and stuff. It's like, girl, what was you thinking? I don't know about y'all, but I like for my laundry to be a couple of spins. And then I add just a little bit more detergent, just to be sure that it's clean. I need my sheets and everything to be soapy on my soul. I'm gonna read some of the comments that's in the last video. I miss you too. And we're gonna spend some time with King, and then we're gonna go downstairs and check the food. Oh yes. Oh my god, 100% likes. That means nobody disliked it. In the last video, yes, we got 3,000 views. Yo, we really, and it's gonna keep on going up. We really moving up. Like, oh, I'm so proud of us. I'm gagged. The last one got that many views and 100% likes, no dislikes. What? That's crazy. And that was a 2-hour vlog. Thank y'all so much. Y'all really like that? What's up, y'all? Wait, this is not, is this monetized? I'm really gagged that the last video got over 100 comments. Wow, okay. Y'all really like the authenticity. I really appreciate that. Thank y'all. Somebody said, you've been feeling Wingstop super bad. I just ordered some. I know that's right. I mean, like, yes, I have. Get your order, boo. I love y'all commenting on my stuff. I really love y'all so much. I swear I love y'all so much. I swear I love y'all. Somebody said, I freaking love you. Oh my God, so happy you posted. Oh, thank you. I love you too. I freaking love you. Oh my God, so happy you posted. Oh, thanks, babe. And somebody said, don't let these people... Somebody said, don't let these people fool you. There's big YouTubers who have 2-hour videos at least once every 2 to 3 months. People are tuning in and watching those and engaging. Your community supports you and will tune in. Now, if the editing or even filming for a 2-hour or a 1-hour vlog isn't what you want, then we still will watch a short video. You can't switch it up when you want and need to. You can switch it up when you want and need to. Real supporters may not be able to watch it in that moment, but we'll come back to it when there's time just to see you. I love y'all so much. Like, shut up.
No, you shut up!
Somebody said, I would love to hear more about how you schedule filming and editing, how you edit so much without getting overwhelmed, how you stay consistent. Somebody said, long videos, sometimes I listen like it's a podcast. Okay, so to answer that question, how do I film so much, or how do I edit so much without getting overwhelmed? It's my passion, and it's my purpose. That's genuinely what I feel. I feel like it's my purpose to do this. And on top of that, I'm not gonna lie, it's not really all me. Like, of course it's me, but it's really my spirit guides too. It's my spiritual team. Like, no shade. And on top of that, a lot of how I feel in my life and things like that, like, I want to be better. I want to be in a better life. I want to be, in bigger places. And there are a lot of things that happen in my day-to-day life that I could react to, I could vent about, I could complain about, but I usually use that energy, extract it, and pour it into my videos. So that 2-hour vlog, when I was editing from 4 o'clock in the morning, I was just, it's my job. It's a pleasure. You know what I mean? Like, I want this to be a huge job of mine, So I don't know. I've always been the type of person where when I'm passionate, it's like the collab video. Like I said, for a perfect example, like how I said in the collab video, even though we kept running into a lot of hiccups and stuff like that, and it was like a headache and it was just too much. He said the heat needed to be on and it was 50-something degrees outside, and the whole situation, and then the Instagram video it's just a whole bunch. Even through that, I was like, as long as we get the videos that I want, I'm happy. The same thing when it comes to YouTube. As long as I feel like y'all saw me and I was able to be as authentic as I possibly can on camera, I'm going to do whatever I need to do to make sure I make this video watchable, authentic, real, fun, entertaining, true to me, and most importantly, I want y'all to see it. So, I don't know, my mind kind of switches over to, I don't care how much work I gotta put into it. If it's something I'm passionate about, the world stops and I'm more so focused on what my goal is. So that's how I'm able to edit a lot in my videos and film a lot and post a lot, because this is my life and I'm literally transferring my energy into my videos. It's a life force at this point, and that's how energy works. I feel like in order to create something, you have to create a life force of that thing that you want. And for me, it's a great YouTube career of me just being me. And with that, I have to pour my energy from me into this life force that is my higher self. And I don't know if that makes sense, but long story short, the short answer is I'm passionate. I'm passionate. Somebody said, hey boo, I love the long videos. I know it takes more work to make them, so I want to let you know we notice and we love the extra effort you put into drop all this banger content. Thank you. Thank you. That makes me so happy. Thank you so much. I've always prayed for something like this. I've always wanted something like this, and I am willing to put in all the work that it takes for me to continue. You know, it's easy when all you got to do is just be yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's easy. You know? So I don't mind the extra time that it takes to edit. I do not mind, honey. I do not mind. I'm going to do what I need to do regardless. I'm never going to stop on myself. I appreciate that. Blonde suits you. Thank you. That's what somebody said. Your vlogs are great. I'm hungry now. Girl, get you some food. Your long videos are a blessing to me. It's like I'm chilling with you while I work in the background. I also love the way you edit your videos. The audio is excellent. Thank you. Jessica, you know that food good because you're dancing like you're in church. Hallelujah. Hi, King. They like watching us. Oh my God. Ooh, you okay? But we need to check downstairs because it's been a little long time and I think I'm getting a little too comfortable with that food just cooking downstairs and I'm upstairs. Let's get, oh my God, that's so my God. I'm just imagining like the just smoking downstairs and people are like, who the hell put that food in there? What's your favorite perfume? Oh, hold on, I gotta answer this question real quick. So I love the Valentino Born in Roma perfume, and let me show you my other perfume that I like. And then we need to go downstairs and check the food. So I really like the Fantasy for her, and I really like the Valentino Born in Roma, and then there's one more that I really like too. Hold on.
Hurry up, bitch.
If it lasted longer, this would be my favorite, but this is the most expensive perfume I've ever gotten. This cost me $500. This is called the Initio Addictive Vibration. It's so good. It's so sweet. And I think it was for because I got it at Nordstrom. It was like $450, but then they put the taxes up and it was like $500. I thought, oh my God. Girl, I ended up getting it. So good. How much is it now though? Addictive vibration. Oh, it went down to $410. Yeah, because I got this, I think, a couple months ago. But yeah, this was literally the most expensive perfume I've ever gotten. And would I recommend spending that much money on a perfume? No, because the shit don't last no more than about 20 minutes. But y'all know a trick that somebody told me? You have to, somebody said you gotta put lotion or Vaseline and kind of spray it because then it helps it like last longer. Oh my God, where are my keys? We gotta go downstairs because I don't know if that food is like burning. Hold on, I'm getting a little nervous. Because I've been talking to y'all for so long, I kind of forgot. Gotta hurry up, let's go. King, I'll be back. Shh. You know it's bad when I feel like I'm smelling the food from all the way upstairs. I'll be back, baby. Gotta hurry up and check. I don't have any ketchup though. That's the only thing. I need to get some ketchup. No shade. Oh my God, I smell the food. Oh, I smell the food. Oh, this food is smelling up the whole lobby. Hold on. Is it cooked? I think it's cooked. Let's try. Moment of truth. Let's see. Oh, I think she's cooked now. Damn, that pizza got a little burnt, huh?
Okay, it's a little burnt.
Right, we good. Okay, so the pizza got a little burnt, just a little, but the shrimp looks really good. Oh my God, wait. I think I gotta flip it over. Okay, let's flip this over real quick. We're gonna flip this over. We're gonna put it back in the oven. We're gonna have it cook for about probably like 10 more minutes. And then we're going to get it. But let's enjoy this pizza first. All right, let's go. How you doing? All right, so we got the pizza. Now I'm gonna go upstairs and get the ranch. Oh my goodness, something happened that pissed me off, and I gotta tell y'all all about it. But I'm gonna talk more about it when we go upstairs. So there's this Chinese couple, right? And I'm not ever gonna say anything offensive about anybody's culture. And I'm not gonna talk about anybody else's culture, but basically there's this Chinese couple that live in my building. Like a pizza. And no shade, King, don't even think about it. Oh, I'm so hungry, y'all. Hold on, let me see if I can just move everything out the way real quick. God, Mary, Jesus, Joseph, join me and pour my love into the food that I'm receiving right now. So, y'all, I'm thinking about putting my little face mask on while I eat my food or eat my pizza. But I'm gonna take my makeup off first. Basically, oh, hold on, I need the ranch. We have the ranch, and a little of the hot sauce from when I went to Chipotle. I told you this really comes in handy. But anyway, so let me tell y'all. So, there's this Chinese couple that I've seen on and off, and King barks, okay? He barks, and he could be a little loud. But there's this one, you know when there's a couple and the girl tries her hardest to be, oh my God, I need saving. Oh my God, That's exactly what she does this every time when she sees King. She looks at King, she stares at him with her boyfriend, and her boyfriend's sitting over there like trying to be, you know, like trying to be macho man, kind of sort of like, you know, protector, like Superman, like, you know, go ahead and hold my shoulder.
I'll save you.
So she's staring at King, and she does this all the time. She stares at King. The man. Then King starts to growl once you start making eye contact for too long. Suddenly, because this happened the day before yesterday, suddenly he barks. This is what she does. Runs into her man's arms. It's so dramatic. And when I tell you, I get so aggravated every time. And you know what's so bad? Because I've had 2 exes that have been into my apartment. Every one of them, both of them, have been a witness to that with these people. And they say the same thing. So dramatic. What is she doing? And I don't know. And then the man looks at me. Oh, my hair definitely needs to, let's just put her to the side right now. She's resting, okay? I don't know if it's in peace, but she's resting. Let's pet it. Let's pet it a little bit, you know. Calm down, sister. Whoa. But basically, they witnessed it and they said the same thing. Why is she doing that? Like, she knows a dog bark. What are you running into your man's arm as? And now I can understand if it was a big dog and you saw just the dog teeth and stuff like that. But for you to be acting like that, and then for the guy to look at me like I'm crazy, that throws me off to a whole nother level. Because it's like, what is your problem? And I think she does that to like start friction. I think she really does that to start friction. I'm not gonna lie. Because it's like, what are you doing? That extra stuff be driving me crazy. Like, girl, please don't piss me off. For real. Ooh. All right. Y'all, I'm gonna put a headband on. Oh, I had a headband on earlier and I'm so mad because I don't know where it went. Anyway, just know that we're about to put something different on. Cause I don't like how this is looking. It's looking a little crazy. Whew. Oh, hold on. Oh, this shouldn't smell good. Hold on. Oh, and y'all, I got the mask on. This the the burnt pizza. I got me a little orange juice, a little bit, but I can't wait to get into this. Oh my soul, let's get into this food for real, for real. Whew. All right, y'all. So, all right, y'all. So let's get into the food. First of all, let me get some water. I am wearing the milk something. I think this is the one that's supposed to be hydrating and stuff. But I really want to try the shrimp real quick. Get a little piece of shrimp. So I'm gonna put some shrimp over here. I'm gonna dip it into. It smells so good. First of all, let me smell it. Oh, look at how it looks. This is what it looks like. I've never seen this before. It looks so good though. Hold on. Look, it's like breaded. Let's dip it in here. Oh, the breading is coming off though. Hold on. Let me put a little hot sauce in here. I'm adding just a little hot sauce in the ranch. And we also have some extra ranch too. Nothing insane. I think that's Tabasco sauce. But anyway, let's get a little 1, 2, 1, 2. Let's eat. What? No. Oh, this is good, y'all. Yeah, I think I got into my mask a little bit. But we're going to try not to be too messy. But oh my God, I'm so excited for this. No shade, I've had this DiGiorno pizza in the freezer for about a good week and a half. So y'all know the day that I went grocery shopping and I took y'all with me, that's when I got this DiGiorno pizza and I still haven't eaten it. This is so good. Oh, this is so good. But yeah, today was crazy, y'all. But I honestly had a good day. And can I be honest, like, I was thinking to myself, I wonder why I had him over for so long, but it feels good when you can actually talk to a guy that has good energy. He had good energy. You know, I feel like people out here, of course we talk about it countless enough, but people aren't personable. People really don't talk, you know, and I feel like it was kind of a breath of fresh air that he kind of wanted to really vibe. He thought he was going to come and smoke with me, but I told him I don't smoke anymore. But, mmm. But I found it kind of cute that he wanted to watch movies and stuff. But at the same time, you know how I feel about that. Oh, that's leftover chicken? Y'all, tell me why I still have some chicken up in here from Wingstop yesterday. Actually, no, the day before yesterday. But honestly, even though I find it sweet, that does not interest me. No, we're not about to sit here and watch movies and cuddle like we're couples. No. Because I don't want to do that. That's like college stuff. Then we get in the shower. I forgot to tell y'all, he started hogging up all the damn water. Like, what? He had a really good athletic body, though. I ain't gonna hold you. I was really attracted to his body. He had, like the abs. He had, like, the V-line. I love men that have hairy underarms. Oh, it was so nice. And he had, like, a nice little beard. He needed a haircut, though. I ain't gonna hold you. He had nice teeth. And he had a cute smile. The only thing is, he was shorter than me. But that don't really bother me, if I'm being honest. That doesn't bother me that much. I feel like when I moved to Miami, though, the guys that I'm messing around with are gonna have to be tall. This mask feels really nice. So, y'all, this is the plan. I already took a shower. And, oh, look at this. Hold on real quick. What would I rate the shrimp? 10 out of 10. The pizza, honestly, I'm going to give it a 10 out of 10 too, because the cheese is burnt, but it doesn't taste like it's burnt. Like, it tastes cheesy. But I'm not going to lie. When it comes to DiGiorno pizza, sometimes you got to risk it. Because I realize with DiGiorno pizza, it's kind of difficult to kind of make sure everything is cooked perfectly. Because sometimes if the cheese is, you know, nice and cheesy and it's not burnt, then the crust is soft and too soggy. Then the bread is soggy. But if everything's well cooked and the crust is kind of like, you know, crunchy a little bit, then the cheese is burnt. So it's really just one of those things where you kind of get what you get, but this is so nice. I don't know if y'all could tell, but there's like cheese in the crust. My favorite. Y'all want to know something so crazy? This blender is still sitting in the same basket that I put it in that in the last video. I don't know if it was in the last video or the video before the last one. Which makes it worse because that means I really didn't do shit with it. Whew. Hold on. Y'all don't know if this is gonna be the type of mukbang where I just eat a whole bunch when I eat it all. Or, you know, finish the food because I'm starting to get a little full. Hold on, I gotta make sure I watch out, huh? I'm doing pretty good. I didn't get nothing in a mask a little bit, besides this little part. But also, so let me tell y'all, so this is the plan for the rest of the night. I'm gonna eat my food. I'm gonna take King out one more time, even though I really don't feel like he has to do anything. And we're gonna well, I gotta wait for these sheets to wash. Oh Lord, are you serious? Girl, I was gonna say we're just gonna go to bed, but I gotta wait for my sheets to dry, and then we're gonna watch the crab. This is so good. But y'all know I do my own hair, right? So because there aren't really like any hairstylists out here in Seattle. So I do my own hair. So I got my unit and now I'm waiting for my bundles, which I think they did come today. And so I get my blonde hair and then I tone it. And then after I tone it, I dye the roots. So it gives you like that natural color. Because when you get blonde wigs, you can kind of see like the lace. It's very apparent. So that's what I did with this hair. So I got to do it again with the next blonde that came. That I'm going to install. Y'all, I'm gagging because I'm getting a little full. Oh, so you know what I was thinking of doing with y'all one of these days? I was thinking about doing like a little sushi day. You know, go to a sushi bar, sit down outside, eat some sushi. Y'all will be able to see, you guys will be able to see the scenery and enjoy the day out with me. And then soon, there's a salad place called Sweet Greens that I love to go to. They have a seat, like an outside area that I would want to sit and, you know, eat with y'all a little bit. Not saying that this channel is going to all of a sudden become just like an eat with me. But I love to eat and talk, no shade. And you know what's so crazy? Eating and talking to a camera, please. If y'all would have told me I was doing that or doing this like 4 months ago, I would be like, girl, you crazy as hell. That don't even sound like me. Because I'm the type of person where I have to find something good to watch to eat my food. Now, when I eat my food, my immediate thing is, why isn't the camera on? Who am I going to talk to? And now it's y'all. And I think it's the shrimp that's really getting me full. And I worked out today, y'all. I did not eat anything today. I started to make breakfast today, but then I knew I was going to be doing like the collab video and stuff. So I said, let me not do that. Just some guy that I was talking to was like, let's do happy hour. You think he messaged me again to give me updates on that?
Ew, to the nah, to the nah, nah, nah.
No. But I kind of figured he was going to do that, which is the reason why I did the collab with the guy around the same time that we were supposed to be, quote unquote, meeting up for the happy hour. Can I be honest also? And this is the last thing I'm going to say about the guy. I think I have a soft spot for innocence. Like, babies, dogs, and people that just, they're genuine, you know, but they're pure in a way. Like, even if they are like, whatever, they just, and I think that's what I liked about the guy. He seemed very aloof. Like, just, you know, very, but he was just, I don't know, it was just the innocence that was like, wow. It stirs up something in my heart a little bit. Where I immediately have like a soft spot. You know? And I think sometimes that could kind of be a situation, like probably a problem. Because just because somebody's innocent doesn't mean that, you know, they're worth saving. And I'm thinking, and I feel like I'm learning that the more I align with divine spirit. You know what I'm saying? Like, and with this guy, like, not saying that he needed saving, but it was just one of those things where I'm like, aw, he's so cute. Then he was smiling. But it was so funny because he was like, you want to watch a movie? Can I stay longer? I said no. I said I had things to do. And then on top of that, if I'm hanging out with somebody and I feel like King didn't have enough of my time for real, I start to feel like, yeah, hanging out with you is fine, but I have somebody waiting to hang out with me already. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not about to just be sitting here waiting all day for me to, like, hang out with him. Right, baby? Let me give you a little piece of crust. There you go. And that's enough. That's enough. Go over there. You're welcome. So that was part of it too. It just was like, no, he's been in the living room for too long. You know? Y'all want to bite? Oh my God. I didn't even get a chance to ask y'all. Y'all want to bite? Y'all want to bite? You want to bite? You want to bite? You want to bite? Bite. Mmm. I will say, I have been feeling like I've been growing closer to myself lately. Oh, this feels really nice though. Whew, this feels really nice. Yeah, I've been growing closer to myself lately. Like, wow. Y'all, I literally still cannot believe I accidentally posted that on Instagram. Literally cannot believe that. Mind you, I didn't even get a chance to, like, I didn't even get a chance to see, like, who's seen it. As soon as I saw, I said, oh my God, no. I was gagged. But I couldn't help it. You know, they say the Instagram camera is better. Damn, we use Oris Ranch. They say the Instagram camera is better. And honestly, I can attest. The Instagram camera is 10 times better. Especially for videos. Y'all, we're gonna have one more bite of the pizza. And we on our last bite of this. Oh. So we're gonna do one more little doom. You wanna bite? Get the last bite, boo. Get the last bite. Oh, this is so nice. Why do I have hot? No. What is this? Why is that red? Is that like hot sauce on my shit? Yeah, I don't know what happens. When I'm happy about the food, I really start to dance. I ain't even gonna look at it, just go like them. Like, what in the world? I don't know. Oh, I think the hot sauce kind of got on my little mask because my face started to burn a little bit. Oh. Oh my God, this was so good. I'm gagged. Not really, because something told me this was going to be good. King, one more last little bite. How does my face feel? I ain't gonna hold you. My face feels hydrated. My face feels hydrated. Let's see how tomorrow is. But for right now, she feels hydrated. Exactly what I needed. Let me clean my nails before I start touching too much stuff. Y'all, I'm a little sad because I want to go to bed and I can't because the sheets still gotta be washed. And I'm like, oh my God. I'm gonna save this ranch for purposes like this. I really want to like lay down. I'm not gonna lie. Not like exactly at this moment because we just finished eating. But we're gonna find a way because I want to put a movie on. I'm gonna chill. Yeah, no, tonight, even if I do go to sleep, I still want to watch like at least 10 minutes of The Craft. I'm ready for that nostalgic feel, you know? You're a witch. Ooh. They were right about you.
They usually are.
I'm a little delirious right now. I don't know what's going on. I feel like I'm a little delirious a little bit. I think I've been up. I've been up since 4 o'clock. No, I've been up since 5 o'clock in the morning. Girl, I tried to go to bed, and then before you know it, I turned on my phone, and I looked at the notifications, and before you know it, I was up. Now I'm a little delirious, girl. I'm a little tired. Hey, y'all. So, it is like 10 o'clock, and as you can tell, King and I, you don't even want to be on camera. We are in the bed. We are in the bed, but we still don't have the sheets and the comforter, as the sheet and the comforter is still in the dryer. So, but I'm not gonna lie, I'm tired. So my plan is to lay down, take like an hour, 2-hour nap, and then wake up and then do the sheets, because no shade, I am tired. Okay, so it is 12 o'clock. Girl, when I tell you I just jumped up and overheard the dryer run for like its second or third time, and I sprinted to the bathroom to take out, you know, the sheets. And I finally got the sheets on, the pillowcases on and everything. Girl, I don't even think the comforter is all the way dry, but that don't matter. It's nighttime. We're going to bed. Night, night. Love y'all. I will see y'all. I will see y'all tomorrow. Love y'all. Night, night.